Hey, what's up, y'all? It's Tati back with another predictions video, this time WWE Night of Champions. Before I get started, guys, please put down below, what do you think is going to happen tonight? What are you looking forward to the most? Now, honestly, I really do look at Night of Champions as a filler pay-per-view, meaning it's not really necessary. I felt the same about Backlash, still kind of do. However, it was so well received and it had such a great vibe that I honestly didn't mind that it even happened to begin with. And unfortunately, with them being in Saudi Arabia, I do feel like we're not going to get that same vibe like how we had with the Puerto Rican fans, which is unfortunate. Now, whenever the Saudis got money and they want some entertainment, they'll wave it in front of WWE's face and WWE will take it. And like the $1 Million Man says, everyone has a price, including Sami Zayn, who I never thought would actually be over there performing for the Saudis. So, money talks. Guys, let's get into this predictions. Alright, y'all, in no particular order. First, the Intercontinental Championship. Obviously, Gunther as champion versus Mustafa Ali. First of all, there's no story here. And second of all, this is all about representation. So they're using Mustafa Ali as a representation for Arabs and Muslims. So I don't think there's anything wrong with that. But this is Night of Champions. You wanted to come in with some strong storylines or whatnot. So this is definitely thrown in just for the culture or whatever. I do think that we're going to get really great match and Mustafa Ali really giving it his all, but Gunther is definitely going to retain. There is no reason why Mustafa Ali should win this title at all. Had Drew McIntyre not be missing in action right now, I would have preferred to see a feud going on with Gunther. So Gunther definitely will retain. Now, Becky Lynch versus Trish Stratus. To be honest with you, I see Becky taking this. This is, as far as who needs to win, is definitely Becky. I don't mind seeing Trish out here doing her thing or whatnot. But when I think about the future, I don't see Trish Stratus being there. I don't know if they're going to keep dragging this storyline or whatnot. The next pay-per-view is going to be Money in the Bank. And then SummerSlam is August. So I have no idea where they're going with this. So if anything, I hope they end this whole thing as soon as possible with Becky taking the win. So for the WWE Women's title, Rhea Ripley versus Natalya is definitely not going to change any hands. Now, for sure, I feel like with them being in Saudi Arabia, nobody over there is going to give two shits about what's going on with any of the women's matches. So, to be honest, I'm kind of expecting somewhat of a dead crowd, but I do think that they're going to do a great job performing. Now, when I think of Natalya, I'm sorry to say this, but I really don't think we're going to see another title run in her future. It just seems like she's there to help get other people over. So, I just don't see her taking the win, especially not with this pay-per-view. Now, those Raw Championship, Bianca versus Asuka. We're going to see this again. I definitely want Asuka to take the win. However, I really feel like Bianca's going to take it. Now, to be honest, I'm not on the bandwagon with Bianca. I never really was. However, she's marketable. She represents, like a hero figure for young girls, especially black girls. And I get it. It's cool or whatnot. However, we have a show to do, and it'll be nice to see other people holding that title. I really think that is Asuka time to be champion. However, I don't see it changing hands. Now, while we're talking about these two titles here, I think that since it's Night of Champions, it would be fitting for them to switch the fucking titles between Bianca and Rhea. Now, some people probably think, oh, fuck it, it is what it is. But what's the point of the draft? Honestly, I think the whole point of the draft was just so that they can keep Roman to do what he's doing and introduce the World Heavyweight title. And in order for them to introduce that, they gotta split it. So I think that was the only purpose for them doing the draft. And usually somewhere down the line, they're just going to say fuck it, and people just going to be going from show to show. So at some point, it's not really going to matter. But I do think that if they are going to switch the titles between these two girls, this will be the perfect night to do so. Next, we have the undisputed WWE Tag Team titles on the line. Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens versus our Tribal Chief Roman Reigns and Solo Sikoa. Now, I'll be honest, I'm a little torn here because I would love to see the fans get pissed off even more with seeing Roman Reigns and Solo Sikoa taking this win. But honestly, I do feel like Kevin and Sami are going to retain. That makes the most sense moving forward. But I do see that if Roman and Solo were to win this, it would make Roman look more of a champion somehow. And also, it would give Solo Sikoa also some bragging rights as well to be holding those titles. Now, I don't see that happening, but what I would love to see happen is them separating the tag titles. To be honest, I don't think they should have ever unified these titles so that it could be undisputed tag titles. It's like the tag titles. Like, what's the point of doing that with those titles? Now, I understand for storyline purposes with the bloodline why they did it, but what they should have did at WrestleMania is have one of these titles on the line, and Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens would have won that match and end up taking one set so that one will be on Raw, one will be on SmackDown. Unfortunately, they did not do that. So definitely I see Sami and Kevin taking the win, but I would love to see them separate those titles so we can help get the tag divisions back on track. Next, Cody Rhodes versus Brock Lesnar. Brock is definitely going to take the win. Matter of fact, he has to take the win. Cody Rhodes needs to be more of an underdog as he goes closer to facing Roman Reigns again. So, he's been getting his ass whooped and handed to him several times since WrestleMania. I've been enjoying that actually. However, in order for him to face Roman again, he needs to build himself up to that. Him winning the Royal Rumble after being injured for quite some time, I forgot how long he was gone, is not enough for him to just come out of the blue and take the Undisputed Championship. Now, what I do believe, though, is that at WrestleMania, people are so fed up at this point that Roman has been champion for so long. They didn't care who the hell went against him. They would have wanted anybody else to win so that Roman could have dropped the titles. So I don't think it was more of a, yeah, we want Cody Rhodes to win. He's so deserving and whatnot. There was no build to it. So now we're finally getting a build to it. I think it's going to take some time before we get there. Will we see then Roman versus Cody at SummerSlam? That's probably where they're going with it. By then, he would have made 1,000 days. So we'll see how that goes in the near future. However, I think moving forward, the best way to go about it is to have Brock Lesnar take this win. I really don't care for Cody Rhodes, but in order to make this story right, he has to be more of an underdog moving forward. Now on to what I assume will definitely be the main event, Seth Rollins versus AJ Styles for the WWE Heavyweight Championship. Now, I don't want to be biased, but as far as who I want to win, is definitely Seth Rollins. Now, when I look at both these guys, both of them are equally deserving of this title. However, I think what it comes down to it is who right now is more of a superstar. I see that Seth Rollins is more of a superstar compared to AJ Styles. Now, if AJ Styles win this, this will also help push the OC as a group. So that will definitely help, not just AJ Styles, but with everyone that's around him as well. So that's a plus. But I still do think that when it comes to who should have it right now in terms of what's going on, definitely my pick is Seth Rollins. I really hope that's what they go with. But either way, I'll be happy for AJ Styles if he were to take this win. They're both on separate shows, so we won't see them have a feud after whoever loses an opportunity to get the gold. So I do think probably by the end of the year, we're going to see WWE loosen up about the draft. Guys, thanks so much for watching my prediction video. Let me know what you guys think is going to happen down below. I'll be back tomorrow with my review on Night of Champions.